Okay, so this week we have lower back. So a lot of people as they get older, we tend to have issues with our lower back, aching. We want to stop that and prevent further injuries. So we got a few different muscles in our core here. So we have the rectus abdominis that comes up and down. So the crunch muscle. We have the obliques that help us rotate. So you can see those on the sides. And then we have our transverse abdominis. So it goes all the way around, wraps around like a girdle. So it holds everything tight and helps protect our spine. So one thing that is crucial to help preserve our lower back is learning how to engage that muscle while breathing and doing our exercises, whether it's a deadlift, squats, it's all important. Okay, so how we do that, not just pushing our gut out, okay, so it's still loose there. Okay, so you want to brace, like someone's going to punch us in the stomach. So bracing, you're not pushing out, so bracing, trying to think about bringing that seat belt nice and tight. Okay, and then doing whatever exercises we can, but trying to keep that tight while we're breathing. Okay, that's going to help us out in the long run. Okay, so now we're on the ground for 2 exercises. So we address the weakness in the core that could be an issue. So now we're going to worry about the posterior chain. So we're going to do the glute bridge, or hip thrust. So we're going to be feet flat on the ground. Try to get your heels a bit close to your butt. And we're simply going to press down through our flat feet and engaging the muscles in the glutes. So those muscles attached to our lower back, if they're not able to engage the way they should, we're gonna have issues in that lower back. Okay, second exercise we're gonna do, so we're gonna move our feet into a lengthened position. So not about 45, so a bit longer than that. So we're gonna activate our hamstrings here. So what we're going to do, instead of just raising ourselves up, we're going to be doing marching. So we're going to have one foot in the air, just like so, okay? Just like this, hands flat on the ground. So I'm going to raise myself up, and then I'm going to alternate sides. So you're going to feel a real intense contraction through that hamstring, okay? If it's a bit too tough, bring the heels in. Same, get those hips up, and alternating back and forth. So we're strengthening that posterior chain. Okay, so we've addressed both the issues with the muscle weaknesses in the core and through our posterior chain. Now we're going to deal with the muscle tightness. So through the front of our hips, we have our hip flexors. So they attach at the front of the hip, and then the psoas, they attach into that hip joint. So if that's tight, what we get is that bend in the hip, okay? And then as I can feel here, there's a lot of tension through my lower back. Where if I stand straight, my lower back feels loose, okay? I can feel it. There's not much contraction there, and there, totally contracted. So if we're contracting all day, it's gonna get weak, it's gonna get achy. Okay, so how we release that tension is through our hips. So this is called the couch stretch, one of my favorite stretches. So I'm going to place my knee down, top of the foot here. Okay. Ease into the position, put my foot down, just like so, stretching through there, and that releases all this tension that is trying to bring that knee forward when we're standing and pushing that butt out, okay? So about 30 seconds to a minute on each side, about 2 or 3 times throughout the day or right after your workout. Yeah, there you go.